Hi, I'm Kayla Rogers, Senior Agent at Chisholm and Kilpatrick, and I'm joined today by Jacob Nadro, Lead Advocate at CCK. Together, we're going to guide you through the crucial steps for successfully completing VA forms, and in particular, the VA Form 21-0781, which is the Statement in Support of Claim for PTSD. So we'll just start with the basics. Jake, can you tell us what exactly this form is?
Yeah, so this form is for veterans who are seeking service connection for PTSD. Specifically, the form provides a veteran with a space where they can give detail on a traumatic event that happened to them in service. The form is not mandatory, but it can significantly increase the claim strength. Most importantly, the detail added here helps VA to verify traumatic events. I also want to note that the form is broken into two parts. The first part is simply for your personal information, and the second part of the form is where you'll add the details of the traumatic event.
Yeah, so the first part of the form asking for the personal information, it's asking questions like your name, your social security number, your VA file number, things of that nature. But really the heart of the form is going to be the section where you're describing the events that you believe led to your PTSD. So Jake, what should veterans include when they're describing their stressful events?
Yeah, so when filling out the form, veterans will want to be as specific as possible with every detail they add. When describing the event, you want to provide VA with the names of everyone involved in the incident, whether that's the name of your friends, assailants, officers, civilians involved, even the names of medical staff if you're able to recall. Veterans will also want to provide specific dates and locations of events. The best detail will include the specific day, month, and year of the initial event, but even if you just have the month, the season, or the year, that can still be helpful for VA. As for the location, make sure to include any base names, city names, unit names, as well as how long you may have been at that specific location. If you need to, you can still use general locations or times, like in barracks, on a hike, during combat, or even during downtime to further nail down some detail. Anything helps here, as VA will use those details you provide to verify the event. Of course, the most important thing is to explain what actually happened with as much detail as possible. Outside of the where and when, it's important to describe the specific incident or incidents that triggered your PTSD. This could take multiple pages, so it's totally fine if you attach multiple pages to the form for your explanation. And for this, you really want to focus on the emotions. Explain how it made you feel. Did you fear for your life? Did you feel overwhelmed or helpless? Were you afraid to seek help or told not to? Did you lose faith in those around you or maybe those above you? This, of course, can be very difficult to write about, but the more detail you provide, the more likely VA is to grant service connection. Finally, you can highlight lasting effects. Describe how the incidents continue to affect you today. Do certain smells trigger you? Are you, afraid of crowded rooms? Are loud noises particularly shocking? Are you hypervigilant all the time? Any detail on how you're impacted on the day-to-day will help your claim for service connection.
Yeah, filling out these forms can be really difficult, but once it's completed, you do have a lot of options for how you can submit it. What are some of those options that veterans have?
Sure. The first option would be to just mail the form directly to the VA regional office that's handling your claim. You can also fax it, and for some people, this might be the fastest option if you don't have immediate access to a printer or a scanner. You can also upload it online, as VA offers a secure online portal for uploading documents related to your claim. Or if you're working with a representative like a VA accredited attorney or a veteran service officer, they can submit the form on your behalf.
And can you summarize any additional considerations that veterans should keep in mind when they are filling out this form and submitting this form?
Yeah, so again, we want to note that the form itself is optional, but it's highly recommended to at least submit a statement to VA that goes over the details of your traumatic event. Whether you use this form or just type and print your own statement, that's up to you. It's also encouraged to submit any supporting documents with your statement. Maybe you have news or articles regarding the events or medical records that further supports the details in your statement.
And remember, the VA Form 21-0781 is a powerful tool in your PTSD claim. Like Jake mentioned, it's not mandatory. It is optional. You can just submit the information, as a standard lay statement, but the form can really help guide you through the types of information that VA is looking for. So we do recommend using the form, especially if you don't have an accredited representative helping you. And while it may be really challenging to complete, the information can significantly impact your claim success, so they are really important. We understand that discussing traumatic experiences is not easy, so don't hesitate to seek help if you're filling out the form or if it overwhelms you. Thank you for tuning in today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more.